with breaking news.
Today was a win, huge win.
Breaking news first at 4. The prosecutor speaks out after a jury found a Marion man who killed 4 people guilty for each of their deaths. Luke Truesdell will spend the rest of his life in prison.
KCRG TV 9's Rebecca Vaughn joins us live in the studio. Rebecca, getting the verdict back took longer than prosecutors expected, right?
It did. Jury deliberation began Thursday, and prosecutors thought it would be a pretty quick process given how damning the evidence was. When the judge read the guilty verdicts, some family members of those victims in the courtroom cried. A long wait for justice after the murders in June of 2024.
There was some fidgeting in the courtroom Monday morning as the state waited for the jury to return the verdict in Luke Truesdell's murder trial.
To have the jury take 2+ days to return a verdict is nerve-wracking, to say the least. Where did we fail, you know?
Truesdell used a metal pipe to beat 4 people to death inside a pole barn in rural Marion in June of 2024. When police arrived, Truesdell admitted to what he did. Parts of the confession were not heard during the trial because he wasn't read his Miranda rights. From the beginning, the prosecution believed it was a pretty straightforward case, especially with the evidence, including a confession and DNA on the murder weapon.
Typically, you have an eyewitness, or you have a video, or you have DNA, or you have a confession, but rarely do you have all of those things together. And that was another pill that was becoming harder for us to swallow, is what more could they have asked from us?
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree.
The jury found Truesdell guilty. 3 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Amanda Parker, Kiana Ryan, and Brent Brown, and 1 count of second-degree murder for the death of Ramondis Cooper.
Our assumption is that when they considered the evidence, that there just wasn't enough evidence to prove that Ramondis was killed premeditatedly.
Slaughter expects the defense to file an appeal and request a motion for a new trial.
Our anticipation is that any motion for a new trial will be denied, as it should be, and we will proceed to sentencing, and we will have a goodbye party for Mr. Truesdell.